go, percussion. Waiting for you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Good evening, families, friends, faculty, and administrators. My name is Alexis Tui, and on behalf of the class of 2017, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone to tonight's commencement ceremony and to thank you all for being here to celebrate our achievements. The past 4 years at Interboro have specifically prepared us for what success lies ahead in our lives after tonight. Sitting in front of me is a well-rounded, individualistic class that I am sure will succeed with flying colors in the future. Graduation is not simply the reception of a diploma or the end of our high school education. It is a ceremony that symbolizes a new beginning and our first steps into the real world. To the class, always remember to carry along the knowledge you gained in the past 4 years and to apply the tips teachers, families, and friends have given. No matter where we all end up, never forget where you began. Though it has been said numerous times, let the phrase once a buck, always a buck remain relevant in your lives. As you listen to tonight's speakers, take in all of the advice and insight they give you, because their encouragements will be useful along each and every one of your journeys. Remember to cherish everything that high school had to offer and keep persevering towards a path of success in the future. Congratulations to the class of 2017.
Good evening to everyone in attendance tonight. We gather here to celebrate the accomplishments of the students who sit before me, the class of 2017. I would like to begin by thanking the teachers and administrators who guided us through this journey. It would not have been possible without your hard work and dedication, and for that, we are truly grateful. I would also like to thank the families and friends of the students for everything they have done to make this school a better place. It has been a long and hard 4 years, but as we now look to move on to college, trade school, the workforce, or wherever our futures take us, our time spent together as Bucks will never be forgotten. This decade-long journey began on our first day of kindergarten, when we refused to leave our parents' arms, and brings us to this day, many years later, where many of us are itching to get out. The end of senior year marks a monumental shift in responsibility. High school is a worry-free and, for the most part, void of many important duties that are taken care of by our parents and guardians. Senior year is about one last journey with friends, sitting at the top of the bleachers during football games, being leaders of the school, and spending as much time in the activities office as one possibly can. Senior year is now coming down to its final hours, even minutes at this point, and to some, that is a scary thought. However, we are ready to face the challenges ahead of us and to do big things representing Interboro's class of 2017. This is a trait we will share throughout our entire lives. We may not think of this simple fact, but everywhere we go, we represent each other, and I can genuinely say, I'm confident in every single one of you to do your classmates proud. This is where we are no longer graduates of individual boroughs, but rather we represent Interboro School District as a whole. We also come to realize that as we move into adulthood, the grades that we got in high school, the same grades that put me on this stage right in this very moment, no longer matter. Getting good grades is a significant achievement, but what really matters is the skills we learned that have molded us into who we are, such as our ability to problem solve, manage our time, and complete tasks efficiently. These are traits that we will need to take out of our high school experience and apply to future job opportunities in order to set us apart from other candidates. As long as we carry excellence and buck pride wherever we go, success is bound to find us. As I mentioned earlier, despite the memories that have made high school some of the best 4 years of my life, I'm ready to move on, as should all of you. My piece of advice to you does not come from some famous figure and is not any type of inspirational cliche graduation quote. I just advise you to do everything to the best of your ability with no fear and remember where you came from. This means to simply put forth 100% effort in every opportunity you are given and to do so without fear of being wrong. Coming from me, this may sound like hypocrisy, as I tend to worry about everything, even right now, as I nervously deliver this speech. But so long as we always give everything we have, I can assure you the class of 2017 will leave their mark. Thank you and congratulations.
Yeah. Hello, friends, family, faculty, administrators, and last but certainly not least, the graduating class of 2017. My name is Katie Klotz, and I would like to start by saying what an honor it is to speak to you all as valedictorian. Before I start the typical inspirational speech, I would like to take a moment to thank not only our families who have been there for us our whole lives,
but also the teachers and administrators who have been with us throughout our high school careers. We would not have been able to make it here, about to walk across this stage, without you all. It is hard to believe that within the next hour, we will all officially be high school graduates. It feels as if it was just yesterday that we were eager little freshmen wandering the halls as we got a feel for our new surroundings. Yet in 3 short months, most of us will be wandering around a college campus trying to orient ourselves with our newfound independence. It is surreal to think we went from counting down the days until summer to counting down the days until we go away to college. The idea of leaving behind everything we have ever known is daunting, yet the possibility of a new beginning is exhilarating. Ernie Harwell, a sportscaster for the MLB, once said, "It's time to say goodbye, but I think goodbyes are sad, and I'd much rather say hello. Hello to a new adventure." We are about to embark on our new adventure. We are about to have a chance to make a new life for ourselves, to start the next chapter as we transition into adulthood. There are no more teachers who are going to make sure we turn our work in on time, or parents who are going to be waiting up for us when we get home at night. It is now up to us to make the important decisions. It is up to us to decide our future. And as I look out at my peers who I've known throughout one of the most fundamental parts of our lives, I am confident that those futures are bright. I am confident that as we leave this auditorium tonight, we will prepare ourselves to prosper in our future endeavors and to make our dreams come true. I know that I started off by saying I was going to do the typical inspirational speech, yet as I look at each and every one of you, of my classmates, I do not see anything typical. I see individuals who are kind and compassionate, who would be there for each other under each and every circumstance. I see people who have taken the lessons that we've been taught in the classroom and turned them into so much more, who have learned about themselves throughout their time at Interboro and have used this knowledge to allow them to thrive and succeed. I say people who have pride in our school, who have made amazing memories that will live with them forever. Whether it was storming the football field as a class or walking the halls of our old elementary schools one last time, we did this together. And it is these shining moments of our high school career that have made our experience so unique. It is the people we are, the lessons we have learned, and the memories we have formed that has made our time as a Buck something we will always cherish. Interboro has most definitely been a unique experience for every one of us these past 4 years, and like most of the class, I am eager to graduate. Yet a small part of me is saddened by the fact that the end has come so soon. We are all excited for our senior weeks and college orientations and not having to wake up at 7 a.m. But as this night comes to a close, remember the people who have made our experience so enjoyable. Remember to thank those who have gotten us to where we are today. Remember the saying we have heard hundreds of times throughout the years, once a Buck, always a Buck. So congratulations, Bucks. To the class of 2017, we did it.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led by those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Like a comet pulled from orbit
have been changed for the better because I knew you. I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend.
Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a sky bird in a distant wood. Who can say if I have been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
But then I guess we know there's blame to share.
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun. Like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. Because I knew you. Because I knew you. Because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Oh, this is the cool spot. You guys are cool. Okay. To be or not to be? That is the question. You may have heard that, but I'd like to change that for this occasion. To be or whatever you want to be, that is the question. Interboro has given you the knowledge and the tools to be whatever you want to be. Your time in Interboro has come to an end. Now it is time for you to go out into the world and make something of yourself. There are no mountains too high, no rivers too wide that can stand in your way. Reach for the stars. You are only limited by you. Interboro, your family, your friends are so proud of the hard work that you have done. We can't wait to see where you go from here. Never forget the friends you have made, the bonds you have created. Now go out and share with the world what you have learned here at Interboro. Promise that one day you will return and share with the next generation at Interboro. There will always be a light left on here. Interboro is your home. Congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Good evening. Interboro Board of School Directors, administrators, teachers, parents, family members, and most importantly, the class of 2017. It is an honor and a privilege to be here speaking to you on this momentous occasion. Can you believe this night is finally here? Have you taken a moment to absorb it? Look around. Everyone is here to celebrate your accomplishments. From the time you entered kindergarten, and I'm proud to say you were my first class as principal of the Kindergarten Academy, this is what you have been working towards, the successful completion of high school. Graduation brings newfound independence and opportunities as you head to college, military, workforce, or trade school. This independence gives you the ability to venture out into the world. You can choose any career path that interests you, travel to new locations for your post-secondary ed, meet new people, volunteer your time, embark on adventures to foreign places, just to name a few. The possibilities are endless. Richard Branson, English business magnate, investor, and philanthropist, states, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. The opportunity that life puts before you beyond this point are yours for the taking. As an educator, there is such great pride in knowing the success of our former students. Social media has made it possible for us to follow people's lives up close and personal, including our Interboro grads. Some of our great success stories: being nominated for a CMT Music Award just a few weeks ago, working in law enforcement at the local, state, federal levels, being the head of capital investments for one of the largest full-service investment firms in the country, teaching in the classrooms of our schools, owning businesses, philanthropy and volunteer work, and serving in the military. In the words of Colin Powell, success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistence. Successes do not come without opportunity. You will have these throughout your life, and my question to you is, will you take advantage of them when they come your way? My best wishes to all of you for a successful and future. Excellence and Buck Pride always. Thank you.
Good evening. Mrs. Riley, administrators, fellow educators, fellow alumni, family, friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2017. It is my honor and my privilege to be given the opportunity to present the charge to the class. For those of you who do not know who I am Joe Barrett, and I am a health and physical education teacher at Interboro High School. I am also a proud 1990 graduate. I am finishing up my 19th year here in the district. However, I haven't always been a teacher at the high school. For 16 and a half years of my career, I taught at the Norwood School, where I taught all grades, but primarily 7th and 8th grade. And as the joke goes, it took me 16 and a half years to graduate 8th grade. Now, because of the fact that I have taught for that long, I have had the opportunity to do something that not every teacher has. I have taught every single grade level, from kindergarten through 12th grade, so I have seen it all. I've wiped tears, I've tied shoelaces, I've given timeouts, and I've even opened milks at lunch, and that was just at the high school. But seriously, my career has had me go all over our district, and that is exactly how I've always wanted it. One very special aspect of my career is that some of the seniors here who are graduating today, I have known for a very long time. As an elementary teacher at Norwood, I had the opportunity to teach some of these students from 4th grade, so we go way, way back. And with knowing so many of them now, and now meeting a whole new group of students up here who I have also had for numerous years, I wanted this speech to hit on something that every one of them knows and is also very near and dear to my heart. Dodgeball. Now, you see, there are constantly parallels out there being made between real life and sports. The problem with this is not everyone plays a sport. However, if you've been in a physical education class in the Interboro School District, you have played the greatest PE game ever. I know that because our very own Mr. Schiff of Tinicum now has a traditional district-wide dodgeball tournament that I'm pretty sure no other district has. So, when it comes to dodgeball, it's taken some hits. And the reason why is the so-called experts say that there is no educational benefit to it. Well, that is where I come in. These people always seem to forget that dodgeball is arguably the most fun way to break a sweat and to relieve stress. But that part of the speech is for a different time. I am going to prove to you tonight that dodgeball is a microcosm of life. You may have heard that life is a game and only the strong survive. Well, it's not always that hard, but there is some truth to it. In the game of dodgeball, there are two teams, one on this side and one on that side. And the dodgeballs are right down the middle. When the instructor says go, both members of the teams run out to get the ball. Then the game begins. Back in the day when dodgeball was played, the only way to win was to eliminate the other team. Now the goal is to survive and keep your team together. There are usually four, count them, four different kinds of players in dodgeball. The first one is the player who runs out with reckless abandon and grabs a ball. The second player waits to see what happens patiently and then takes action. The third player immediately retreats and stands against the back wall. And the fourth player usually complains the entire time and doesn't really play anyway. Well, which player do you or have you been? You see, in life, we have people who will run out and be super aggressive and get what they want, and no one will stand in their way. We also have people who will be patient and wait their turn, and when the opportunity presents itself, go after the goal. We also have the people who will watch life unfold in front of them and will take what is left. And finally, we have the people who will complain and quit. The game of life is too difficult. Which player in life are you going to be? All four players have the ability to win, but choose different paths. In dodgeball, the first player may run out and get hit. But usually that player gets right back in when the time comes. On the flip side of that, we know players who cheat and lie to stay in the game. And it's unfair to all the other players because of this. In life, we have those people too. Throughout our lives, we will be dodging different obstacles, and we either dodge them by luck or by skill. In the game of dodgeball, the same happens. The beauty of the way we play dodgeball here at Interboro, and why I love it so much, is you can always get back in the game. If you have a setback, you always have the opportunity to get back in and succeed. Guess what? Life is the same way. The best part of the game is regardless of the grade that is playing, whether it is an elementary class, a high school class, or a group of adults, it is always filled with laughter and fun because, let's face it, it is a game. But life should be filled with those same two things. Some people argue that the best athletes in the class are always the winners in dodgeball. I beg to differ. The players who play the game the right way, are honest, give a good effort, and play by the rules always are the ones who succeed. In dodgeball, I gave you 4 examples of players, and in the game, it really doesn't matter which player you are. However, as you go out into the world and the game of life begins, you can be any of those players. You can be aggressive. You can be patient. You can wait things out and go after the goal when it presents itself. Just please don't be the last player. Don't quit. Play the game. And don't lie and don't cheat your way to victory, for it is never as rewarding. Remember, it's life. Have a ball. And now, as you make your way into that game, here are some simple pieces of advice that were given to me and I will pass on to you. Smile. Exercise. Do a polar bear plunge in the ocean. Dance. Take risks. Play a musical instrument. Learn how to juggle. Learn a magic trick. Give a good handshake. Watch movies, eat an Inside Out, and read books. Go to a ball game, love your family, adopt a pet. Say please, thank you, and excuse me. Life will be so much easier using them. Be appreciative, take a deep breath, surround yourself with friends. Never burn bridges. Learn a funny joke and tell it well. Don't take yourself too seriously. Face your problems, don't Facebook them. Don't hold grudges. Play, laugh, and create. And be nice. Think outside the box. And speaking of outside the box, for your official charge, I wanted to create something just for you guys. And as a phys ed teacher, I figure, what better way to do it like this? I wrote a poem. Yes, a poem by Barrett. I call it A Poem by Barrett. To the class of 2017, a better class I'm not sure I have ever seen. Your 4-year journey is now complete from freshman to senior year. Amazingly enough, your graduation day is finally here. As teachers, we are here to educate young minds, to shape and to mold. I don't think there's a better color combination than the black and the gold. There is no other place that I would want to teach. Sage Favuzzi was the first person to ask me to say her name in this speech. You're welcome, Sage. As you embark on your journey, today is the start of a new day, or the dawn. I am so happy your generation brought back the word John. Some of you worked so hard at school, sometimes staying until after dark. We will never forget when we stormed the field after beating Academy Park. Sorry for AP alumni here. Sorry, had to mention it. As you go out into the world, be ready for things like taxes, bills, and mail. But at least you will no longer have to worry about a stare from Mr. Vale. I want you to enjoy your life, so please fill it with happiness and fun. I really do love shooting t-shirts out of that t-shirt gun. If your dreams seem untouchable to some, pay them no mind. With hard work and dedication, true, they will come. In life, there will be many twists and an occasional turn. How to navigate this life is yours to learn. And now is the time for my speech to end. Remember that Mr. Barrett will always be your friend. I'm not done yet. Your graduation is here, and summer is in the air. My speech is already way longer than last year's, given by Miss Claire. Some people don't like when people take selfies. It makes them bitter, but I don't care. I'm taking one and posting it on Twitter. So thank you so much for allowing me to talk. Congrats on what is about to happen, your graduation walk. This place is the best, I would not lie, but now you must go, and we will say goodbye. So to the class of 2017, I wish you the best of luck, but always remember, wherever you go and whatever you do, you will always be an Interboro Buck. Good luck, everybody. God bless.
Unfortunately, I don't have a poem, but I do have your diplomas. So I too would like to welcome everyone here this evening, family, friends, administration, fellow teachers, and welcome class of 2017. In a moment, you will be receiving your diploma to attest to the fact that you have met all of the standards set forth by the state of Pennsylvania and the Interboro School District. Now, this is always a bittersweet moment for so many. I'm going to ask all of our teachers to stand up right now. Around the row here, teachers, please stand. Not only do teachers surround you right now, but also in our stands, you have elementary and middle school teachers here too. So a round of applause for them for being here. These folks helped you get to this moment here tonight. Remember, as I said earlier, this is a celebration for all of us. So on behalf of the administration and the class of 2017, teachers, I thank you for what you have done for our students. You guys can sit. So this moment warrants a reflection on the time you spent in high school and the students of who you are and how you got here. 4 years ago, we entered this journey with you. That's right, Mr. Snyder, Mr. Conti, and myself came in at the same time you did. We sat you in the auditorium and we told you how fast this was going to go. In some cases, it was 4 very long years, and in others, no more administrators giving you rules, no more policies, no more homework. You won't have to take Keystones anymore. You won't have to take the ASVAB. You will not have to prep for SATs and ACTs. But beyond that, we also asked you to ask yourselves, who are you and what do you want to be? So in these 4 fast years, you started to develop your voice. But let's think back when you came in as freshmen. You made the transition from middle schoolers to high schoolers. Some of you had to learn how to open your locker for the first time. Others had to figure out the high school lunch schedule. What does 4-5 mean? You came up, I have 7-8. There's nothing on my schedule for the first half of the year. We've all been there, and yet we made it to this moment. You told us in these 4 years what was important to you. For example, beyond the academics, let's talk when you were freshmen. And how many of you played that 2048 game incessantly? How many of you played Flappy Bird or used Vine? Okay? This is also the time when you walk around and incessantly sang the soundtrack to Frozen. Thank goodness that's over. But it didn't change. 14, 15 year came along, and then suddenly we heard ball is life. We heard the debate over the dress. Is it black and blue or is it white and gold? Of course, many of you developed your philanthropic side and you took part in the Ice Bucket Challenge, while others wasted your family's data by downloading the Little Einsteins remix. Others continued to send tweets, and this is where you started to call your significant other Bae. We all had an opinion about the Kim Ye wedding, and still many of us remained divided when LeBron headed back to Cleveland. But 15, 16 comes in and you became juniors, and this is usually the point where you become more mature and start to develop a sense of self-awareness and start to make some pretty major decisions. Well, you sure did demonstrate your self-awareness, because that was a record year of 104.9 billion selfies posted. Mr. Barrett has just contributed to that. Okay. The Cubs finally won the World Series. And of course, the man bun came, and that went away too, so we're very thankful for that. But nothing was as strange as you guys walking around your neighborhoods chasing Pokemon. Now, 16, 17, here we are, it's your senior year, and it's lit, right? We've heard that a million times. You made it, here we are. You're graduating from high school and in the next stage of your life. So take this moment to remember all the things you have done in these 4 years. You are sitting among AP scholars, scholar athletes, Hall of Famers, award-winning singers and artists, incredible musicians, your best friends, your boyfriends, and your girlfriends. The list goes on, but this should not be the end of your story, but only one chapter that you write in your life. Take this strange world head on and go out and write your own story. Leave a mark on this world and let them know you're a buck. I am confident in all of you that you have acquired the skills to forge your own path in this crazy world. Remember, nobody has ever changed the world by choosing the best of 5 possible answers. Go out and make this world what you want it to be. You are excellence and Buck pride. While we sit here and we thank our families and teachers and administration and what they've taught you, this is my chance to thank you what you have taught me. That means I thank you for teaching me what it means to be a Buck. Be proud of yourselves, for I am proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2017. It is my privilege at this time to present to the Superintendent of Schools the class of 2017.
Mr. Harris and members of the Interboro Board of School Directors, as Superintendent of the Interboro School District, I certify that the members of the class of 2017 who are present today have met the requirements prescribed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and are hereby granted a diploma that attests to their completion of high school. I accept the class of 2017. Congratulations.
I would like to invite our first 2 diploma recipients, President and Vice President of the class, Ms. Lauren Oster and Gia Krupe.
Kathleen Peplow. Stephen Rizzo. Connor Adams. Virginia Gillespie. Lauren Schnell. Joseph Pitts. Caitlin Klotz. Alexis Tui. Catherine Receiver. Scott Medendorp. Shelby Edwards. Abigail McFarland. Isabella Miller. William Hallinan. Brian Barker. Luke Masaja. Rachel D. Dominicus. Emma Billingsley.
Estelle Fields. Eden Long. Kevin Reeder. Teresa Del Rossi. Brittany Pinkerton. Colleen Williams. Lindsay Brown. Brenna Malloy. Kellen Wardwell. Alessandra Dubuque. Caitlin Carasella. Melissa Leggett. Brendan Shanahan. Caitlin McDougall. Vincent Mormando. David Rowcroft. Brandon Chip Weldon. Brittany Tomeo. Mariama Eunice Karama. Taylor Stewart.
Joseph Bucci. Amber Davler. Kevin Williams. Brianna Cheatham. Kyle Matthew Rojas. Natalie Mancuso. Madison Hengy. Shayna McCauley. Brian Stewart. Claudia Waleska. Nicole Gangaware. Samantha Maslowski. Sage Favuzzi. Taylor Path. Bethany Schumacher. Katrina Singley. Thomas Nagel. Alyssa Doran. Vaughn Sudan. Elizabeth Wooters. Joshua Matthews.
Kelly Dolan. Jason Bradley. Taylor Sharkey. Dylan Godby. Isabella Fries. Isabella Fries. Alexander Pappas. Alyssa Rizzo. Timothy Connor. Lilith Martin. William Washkolovich. Victoria West. Nicholas Guglielmo. Julia Holmes. Edward Kokolari. Laurie Kelly. Tyler Selly. Ashley Dembski. Brian Locke. Do you want McGurk? Alyssa McGurk Delgaudio.
Shaheem Smith. Emma Kovach. Charles Sanders. Harley Henning. Tyler Tillman. Amira Gage. Donald Roberts. Valerie Bozak. Quentin Frangeli. Samantha McGuire. Jared Leonard. Lindsay Harrell. Nicholas Potts. Emily Morris. Jonathan Iannisi. Pearline Barrett. John Ross Dower. Sally Tim. Gary Stambow. Marissa Martino.
Nicholas Capobianchi.
You got this, you got this.
Barbara Carosi. Daniel Kraus. Emily Caldwell. Austin Coyne. Sharon Rich. Mike Diorio. Rihanna Rucker Duffy. Colin Miller. Ashley Reardon. Timothy Martin. Kayla Kotwicki. John Bryan. Anastasia Farrell. Jonathan Keeney.
Oh my God! Okay, shake me.
Alexis Crawford. Shane Beckwith. Marissa DePrince. Raymond Bevan. Bridget Cruz.
Is this next round? Thomas Dower. Kylie DiAgostino. Bella Everett Booker. Shannon Dickinson. Matthew DeSands. Anna Deliandro. Jimmy Moorhead. Amber Seaman. Cameron Brooks. Leandra Cruz. Dominic Robinson. Erica Diamedio. Lawrence Poff. Kaylee Zardis. Andrew Kettler. Shanda Path. Sean Flynn. Sarah Malone. Eric Bondarchuk. Sierra Anderson.
Zachariah Ratib. Emily Oxenford. Michael Napoliello. Megan Murphy. Demontaigne. Damon Pena. Elizabeth Paparo. Joey Urena. Justine Daly. Eddie Williams. Tora Osmanoli. Michael McGinnis. Sydney Reason. Matthew McMullen. Michaela Kennerly. Matt Bennett. Sophia Dowdell. Richard Bell. Patricia Crossley. Joshua Little. Sabria Hamilton.
Thomas Hinkle. Ireland Ramasco. Kaleem Nelson. Skylar Keys. Colin Conmey. Kerry Kennedy. Justin Walsh. Maria Quinones. Mike Yakovone. Mariah Marr. Zach Halliday. Allison Kinney. Tristan Whitby. Delaney George. Patrick Thomas. Brianna Pacienza. Kyle Jones. Vanessa Idell. Kyrie LeBron. Zoe Geyer.
Sam Woolridge. Grace Melchiori. Austin DeCola. Brianna Shear. Kyle Daly. I got you, bro. Kyle Daly. Okay. Kayla Bilbro. Joe Voitive. I got it. Joe Voitive. Who's it? Alexis Hill. Shit. Alexis Hill.
Carl Stites.
I know. Carl Stites. Lindsay Surplus. Jameer Robinson. Cheyenne Wallace. Gary Husher. Rebecca Stevens. Kevin Mitchell. Amanda Maturo. Tariq Asadi. Gina Marie McNamee. Connor McCluskey. Kennedy Zajac.
Michael Parenti. Alyssa Lever. Carl Larkin. Nicole Cheesum. Ian Smith. Melanie Hart. Mohammed Ghaznavi. Jesse Dormishi. Matthew Wimbush. Cameron Carney. Edward Robinson. Altrina Campbell. Joe Zagami. Sarah Farrell. Evan Magnus.
Tiffany Carroll. Joshua Evans. Chasma Asmaki. Michael Gallagher. Chris Colbert. Michael Zizza.
Big dog Raven.
I'm not saying
Say
it.
it. Say it. Say it. You're all three of us are going.
Colin Ravert. Chris Thomas. Nate Murtha.
You already know what you did.
Tarja Faikai.
Jeffrey D'Alessio.
Jeffrey D. Alessio. David Edmondson. Paul Monroe. Emmanuel Obasemi. Siani Clark. Nick Zagami. Tyler Haight. Tyreek Kirby. Michael McMillan. William Gomez Lopez. Siddharth Patel. Roy DeFreitas. Sebastian Weaver. Raymond Conway.
It's Camilo. Yeah.
Christian Camilo Calderon.
This is the last one.
Joshua Fournier.
$50 to call Gilgamar. Trevor Gilgamar George. Please.
Trevor George.
Gilgamar.
Tyler Armbruster. Abraham Saw. Sam Parison. David Geeter. Gregory Parison. Zachary Stern. Samuel Bluestein. Ryan Doherty. Dan Gallagher. Ethan Herco.
would like to welcome back to the podium Ms. Shelby Edwards.
Hello, and good evening, family, friends, administrators, Interboro staff, faculty, and for the final time, the class of 2017. My name is Shelby Edwards, and I have been your class treasurer for the past 4 years. I've been scared about this day since the beginning of the year, and I keep telling myself, we're out of here, so keep yourself together. I know I shouldn't be scared of this speech, but in reality I am, and of the future, which I know a lot of us are. Look to your left and look to your right, and you will see a familiar face, because we have grown and gotten to know one another over the past 4 years. If I asked you that same question 4 years ago, you would look at me and thought I was absolutely berserk. Speaking last is a blessing and a curse in disguise, but also speaking last is an honor, because my words are the last ones that will hopefully hit home the most. So here it is. This is truly something, the start of something new. We have to close an old chapter to open another one. In the next 10 years, who knows where we'll be? I know I'll be 28, but that's about it, because we don't know where the future will take us. We have to write our own story. These have been the best years so far in my life, and I know many of us feel the same way. I've met so many amazing people, and why would I ever want to change that? Because I don't. Remember that it doesn't mean we do not know where we come from, whether it be Prospect, Norwood, Glen Olden, or Tinicum. We have been through the 4 walls of Interboro High School, the yucky yellow ones, and that will never change us. We are growing up and moving on up in this world. We are going back to the small pond where we were the little minnows when entering college, the military, or the workforce. For that, we must thank many for believing in us all through the hard times and the good. It could be a family member, a friend, or to our teachers who have worked with us from 7:40 to 2:20, Monday through Friday, and sometimes even longer. You know who you are. These 4 years would have not have happened if we didn't have our teachers pushing us until where we are today, here in these seats. Soon becoming alumni of Interboro High School. I want everyone to think of the person or the people who've been with us for the journey. They have done so much for us. So I want to extend one final thank you to all of them. We finally did it, so be proud. This is not goodbye, my friends. It's I'll see you later, hopefully real soon. Congratulations to the class of 2017.
One last assignment, class of 2017. Shelby, will you please do the honors?